This is a DER996 for three-wheel EV charger. So it's a 1.65 kilowatts. So it's composed of a PFC, LLC, and a flyback auxiliary. So here we have the two HiperPFS-3 in parallel that provides voltage, DC voltage for our LLC using HiperLCS-2 chipset. We have the half bridge and the secondary side controller here. And then we have the InnoSwitch for the auxiliary power supply. What's special on the HiperLCS is we have the secondary side controller allowing communication between secondary and primary without using any optocouplers. So it also has integrated SR drivers and control. This auxiliary is really not necessary for the HiperLCS-2 since this can provide bias for everything, but typical applications wants auxiliary for fans and microcontroller bias supplies. So let's go on to the board. So this is where the input goes, three terminals. Then we have the EMI filter. We have the inrush relay. And here's the inrush relay for the. And then you have going into the bridge rectifier. And then this is the PFC section. You have the two PFC chokes in parallel. These are the HiperPFS-3. That the rectified AC goes into the PFC, then outputs a pure DC that goes into the LLC section. This half bridge is this part, and then the main the controller is this one, and this is the controller. So that gives the 400 volts input and converts it to 26 to 60 volt output. And then you have your auxiliary power supply here, and here's the transformer. And then you have the output going to the output capacitors and the output filter, and the output relay to engage and disengage on the battery load.
And you get the output from
and
here?
You get the output from here.